GM friends, and welcome back to another episode on the Friends Validator Show. If this is your first rodeo, I'm your host Yuri Maibaum, and this show is the hub that brings together crypto pioneers, exciting projects, and a thriving community. And we are finally back. I know it has been a while since we posted something on this channel. The past interview that we have uploaded was last week, an interview with the NEAR co-founder Ilya Pulushkin, which was a very, very quick one. The reason for that was because we were super busy attending all of the crypto events to get some more insights of where the market is heading right now. We attended the Berlin Blockchain Week, which was a very builders-focused crypto event week in Berlin. And then last week, we attended the Crypto Valley Conference, which took place in Zurich, to be more precise, in Zug. But yeah, we had a tremendous time. We got very, very valuable insights also for you guys to make sure that we precisely understand where we are right now in the crypto market. We were lucky enough to talk to a lot of institutional grade investors, which was a very, very valuable insight that we got there. And we also talked to lots of builders from the Solana ecosystem, but also from the Ethereum ecosystem, from the NEAR ecosystem. So all in all, we got a very, very solid overview of where we are now in the cycle. So lots of interesting insights that we gained here. And this is the reason why we are publishing this episode today, to give you more insights in regards to where we are in the cycle, what to do now, and what could be like some useful tips and strategies that you can follow. So let us not waste much more time and get straight into it. If you are listening to this episode on the podcast, I highly recommend to also check this out on YouTube. But yeah, I will explain everything what we see on the following slides here. So first of all, let us have a closer look at the current prices. As you can see, there's not too much to be seen here. Bitcoin is still struggling to cross the $70,000 benchmark once again and to really take off. And yeah, Ethereum also still struggling to cross the 4K. So nothing too severe happened in the past couple of days and weeks. It was like a general up and down. So we just moved sideways for the past couple of weeks, and people got tired because that's how it is in crypto, right? When there's not much going on, people just leave the industry, because if there are no all-time highs anymore for a couple of weeks, people just leave, like especially retail. And this is the important thing, and this is what we have to look at now, is the total value locked and the volume, what we can clearly see here on DeFi Llama, because this is something that makes me very, very bullish. Because as of now, in DeFi generally, we have $105.819 billion locked in DeFi, which is a tremendous number. Why? Because in the previous cycle, we saw like kind of an all-time high in November, December 2021, which was really like the peak of the cycle. And we are not too far away from that anymore. And even though we started the year like with a more bullish mood, I would say, we are actually having an all-time high right now for 2024, like almost a little bit below, but you get my point. We're on a very, very good path now, because as mentioned, we have more than $100 billion in TVL in all of DeFi. If we just compare that to the heights of the bull cycle of 2021, we see that this is really not far away anymore. Like the TVL all-time high in DeFi, in all of DeFi, was 172 billion USD. And please let us not forget that there was still something that was called Terra, and now there is no Terra anymore. So in my book, DeFi, or like the ecosystems generally in crypto, are much more mature and much bigger. Speaking of Terra, let's have a look at the stablecoin inflows. And this is extremely interesting, because if you look at the chart here, the iconic May of 2022, we saw a dramatic collapse here that went all the way down to like here the 2023 to the 2023 phase, when all of the stablecoins left the market. But now, like steadily since October of 2023, we can see how this curve changed significantly, and we went all the way up to 161 billion in USD stablecoins in all of crypto. So this is pretty significant, because as you can see here, in May of 2022, we were at 187 in stablecoin market cap. So the inflow into of stablecoins into crypto is very positive. So we just see how this factor just increases, and it signals us confident in the maturity of the crypto ecosystem. Because to be very honest, I didn't expect that. After the FTX collapse in fall of 2022, I thought that we have lost a lot of trust and we need at least 3 years to win that back. But what the markets tell us is that the trust is more or less back. We also see that with other developments, such as the Ethereum ETF. So the Ethereum ETF got approved, the Bitcoin ETF got approved, which is also a nice thing. And experts expect now that the ETH ETF captures up to 20% of the Bitcoin ETF flows. And the interesting fact about this is that now Ethereum and Bitcoin are traditional assets with the ETF. We really have this legitimacy stamp on these assets. And this is something that is very lovely to see, because the crypto industry worked for that throughout the past years, essentially. And now both assets are a traditional asset. And the interesting thing is that now actually more and more crypto assets might turn into an ETF as well. BlackRock apparently, according to the source that I got from the Cryptonomist, is that also BlackRock is ready to request an ETF for Solana next month. And that would be absolutely huge, because then we actually have 3 crypto assets in the pipeline, or not in the pipeline, but in the race of the traditional asset class, which is something that is very impressive to see. And quick note on that. We released an episode in early 2023 about how Solana is back, how Solana will melt phases in 2024. And I remember when we did that people laughed at us. People said that we are scammers because we assumed so. I'm happy to link that video in the description below. But people are very mad at us and said, don't write Solana. Solana's dead. But Solana is so back. Not dead, but back. Solana did a tremendous move back, and also got a lot of traction from the meme coin cycle, specifically. But there were also a lot of cool airdrops in the Solana ecosystem, and Solana actually has a lot of users. So Solana is doing tremendously great, and apparently, BlackRock is set to apply for the Solana ETF next month. I don't think that we will see an actual Solana ETF anytime soon, but I think we see very clear similarities between the story of Ethereum and Solana, because also Ethereum had a hard time after the blockchain fork, but now it's without any doubt the second largest blockchain besides after Bitcoin. And Solana is making very interesting moves towards this direction as well. So these are some numbers that back us where we are. So the numbers are telling us, okay, we are in a very good position. And this is also something that we learned in Zurich when we talked to a lot of institutional grade investors, is that the confidence in crypto is extremely big. So apparently nobody is remembering the FTX collapse anymore, which is a good thing. We see a lot of confidence in crypto because of the ETF approvals, and now we need to see what happens next. But what we believe in, and this is what we got out of the discussions with all of the institutional grade investors, is that the summer will be a relatively calm summer for 1 more month or 2 more months, and then we see it taking off a little bit bigger, because also there's still the uncertainty of what will happen in the US election periods, especially in the summertime where nothing much is going on. This is the reason why a lot of people believe that the summer will be a little bit more chilled. So from June, July, maybe beginning to mid-August. And then September is when things might change. So let us have like a look at the prices once again. Obviously, this is no financial advice, and this is just, what people told us in Berlin and in Zurich, especially institutional grade investors. And what they really believe is that we will see Bitcoin making moves towards 100K still this year, and Ethereum to 10K. And yeah, I don't believe that we will see that we see a Solana ETF anytime soon, but maybe in 2026 or so. And this is why a lot of anticipation on Solana is getting started. And Solana is so omnipresent. It's the 5th largest cryptocurrency. But if you would walk on the streets in New York City and ask whether people know Tether, BNB, or Solana, I believe most people would actually know Solana. So this is like a very strong signal for retail. So I actually believe that Solana will do very, very great in the next couple of months as well, and will also make moves towards the 10K. This is like kind of the feeling that we got from what institutional grade investors were telling us, specifically in Zurich. The thing is that the Bitcoin halving is a few weeks or months back. We have the Bitcoin ETF approved as well, obviously. But if you look back to what happened during the last halving, you also see that it really took some time for Bitcoin to take off. So really, this new price discovery phase, we saw it here like months after the halving. And I can very much imagine that we will see this all over again. And now even more, because now we have the confidence that Bitcoin is a real asset because the SEC approved the Bitcoin ETF. And this is why I believe, or what the team believes, that we got out of Zurich is like, okay, we will see Bitcoin making moves in fall of 2024, like September, October-ish, something like that. Then we will see like a very nice rally towards the beginning of next year. And then early next year, we will really also see ETH and all of the other altcoins entering the price, the price exploration phase. So right now we definitely see that ETH is on a very, very good way. We like ETH is at 3,696, but I'm very much believing that ETH can go closer to the 10K by the beginning of next year, something like that, or the end of next year. But obviously, Bitcoin will most likely take the lead just because more liquidity is in that market, and then we will see. And obviously, if ETH pumps and if we see like some more traction around the Solana ETF, then all of the other assets down below here will just profit from that because more capital is entering the market. So this was our impression from what we got from Zurich and from Berlin. We really wanted to share the updates with you on where we are in the cycle. We started the year with a lot of airdrop tutorials. We will also do that a little bit more in the next couple of weeks, like as much as we can. We will also start to cover more single projects. This is also what we will work on. We will also have like the one or the other guest on the show as well. But yeah, in the past couple of weeks, we were like just crazy with traveling to different crypto conferences. But now we also feel much more confident to share lots of insights with you that we got from the past couple of weeks in order to help you to make better decisions in the crypto maze. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have some stakeable coins on the Cosmos Hub, on Celestia, DYDX, or whatever, then please, why not consider staking with us? And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope I will see you the next time.